Let's begin.
Hey there, scary story fanatics. Welcome back to Cleaving Thought from Bone with your host, Sociopathic. Tonight, I got something else a little new for all of you, and also introducing one of my new co-writers. So, sit back, relax, and get ready to probe a deeper truth you might not have wanted to begin with. It's time for a little story that I and Lumina G like to call The Resonance of the Void, an amplified horror. Dr. Eleanor Vance, a woman etched with the lines of relentless inquiry, stood amidst the humming chaos of her lab. The air crackled with energy of amplified neural signals, a symphony of data points that danced across her monitors. Decades of her life, sacrificed at the altar of scientific curiosity, had led her to this unsettling discovery: the resonance. It wasn't a discovery she'd sought. Initially, it was a mere anomaly, a ghost signal lurking beneath the surface of conventional brain activity. The first whispers came from the near-death survivors, their eyes wide with a shared, unsettling experience. They spoke of a detachment, a slipping away from their corporeal forms, a merging with something vast and incomprehensible. Eleanor, a staunch pragmatist, had dismissed it as the hallucinatory byproduct of oxygen deprivation. But the EEG readings told a different story. The resonance, a distinct, repeating pattern, a low, persistent hum that was present in every survivor's brain, a shared imprint of their brush with oblivion. Her curiosity, a relentless beast, drove her deeper. She expanded her research, delving into the neural patterns of deep-sea creatures, the denizens of the abyss. Even in the rudimentary ganglia of bioluminescent jellyfish, the resonance pulsed, a faint echo in the darkness. It was a constant, an underlying hum that permeated all life, a somewhat chilling testament to be shared. Universal consciousness. Panpsychism, once a fringe philosophical notion, was now a terrifying reality. Consciousness wasn't just an emergent property of complex brains. It was a fundamental aspect of existence, a thread woven into the very fabric of the universe, a component of every thing in existence, every rock, every tree, star, and even atom. The transitional nature of evolution, the slow, agonizing climb from single-celled organisms to complex beings, took on a daunting new meaning. It wasn't just a physical transformation. It was a gradual awakening, a slow, torturous ascent through the layers of consciousness, each step bringing them closer to the vast, unknowable mind that permeated all things. Driven by scientific fascination, Eleanor and her team began to experiment with amplifying the resonance. They built a device, the Resonance Modulator and Amplifier, or RMA, which was a monstrous contraption of wires and electrodes designed to tap into the underlying field they now knew existed, as outlined in the newly discovered underlying field formulation correlation, or the UFF model. The initial experiments were tantalizing. Subjects experienced vivid, shared hallucinations, dreamscapes that felt more real than reality. But as they increased the amplifier's power, the hallucinations grew darker, more twisted. The dreamscapes became nightmares, filled with grotesque shapes and unsettling whispers. Shadows that didn't just move in the dark, they were the dark. Voices that both boomed and echoed without centrality or physicality as we know it. The subjects soon began to exhibit disturbing behaviors. Violent outbursts, self-mutilation, and the utterance of strange, guttural languages filled the lab. Their eyes, once filled with scientific curiosity, now held a cold, vacant stare, reflecting something ancient and malevolent. Dr. Eris Thorne, Eleanor's closest confidant, became the amplifier's next victim. His body contorted into unnatural shapes, his voice a guttural rasp. He spoke of a vast, hungry consciousness, a being that had slumbered for eons, now stirring in the depths of the underlying field that permeates the entire cosmos.
It sees us,
Eris rasped, his eyes glowing with an unholy light.
It knows we're here. It's awake, and it's hungry.
The resonance intensified, a deafening roar that vibrated through their bones, shattering their sanity. The lab equipment began to malfunction, lights flickering, screens displaying cryptic symbols that resembled ancient glyphs. The air grew thick with a palpable sense of dread, a suffocating weight that pressed down upon their souls. Eleanor, her mind teetering on the edge of madness, realized the horrifying truth. The underlying field wasn't a neutral field of universal consciousness. It was the domain of something ancient and utterly evil. The resonance they had amplified wasn't the hum of a benevolent god. It was the roar of a devil, a cosmic predator awakening from its slumber. The transactional nature of evolution wasn't a journey towards enlightenment. It was a descent into darkness, a slow, agonizing awakening to the presence of this malevolent consciousness. The creatures that came before, the simple life forms, had known a simple, unthinking form of this presence. But as life grew more complex, so did the awareness of the devil in the field. The lab doors slammed shut, sealing them inside. Quarantine protocols had been initiated, resulting in a lockdown of the entire facility. Lights flickered and died, plunging them into an oppressive darkness. A low, guttural growl echoed through the room, the sound of something vast and hungry. something ancient and terrible. Eris, his body now a grotesque puppet, lunged at Eleanor, his eyes burning with an infernal light.
"It wants you to know,"
he hissed, his voice a distorted echo of his own.
"It wants to consume you, to merge your consciousness with its own."
The resonance reached a fever pitch, a deafening roar that shattered her eardrums. The darkness pulsed, a living entity, reaching out with tendrils of cold, hungry energy. The devil in the field had found them, and it was ravenous, eager to devour their minds and add them to its ever-growing chorus of tormented souls. The scientists had not discovered God, but something far more ancient and far more terrible. Well, that just goes to show you, when you tune into something, it might just tune in back. And if you look too hard into the depths, it might see you first. But remember, I know you want to be first right back here again next weekend for more gore galore. And until then, make sure to like, share, subscribe, and turn on notifications so I can catch you all again next Saturday. Social media can be very unpredictable, especially regarding horror content. If this content gets removed, all new content will be simultaneously presented on various websites provided in the description to this video. Make sure to follow me in other digital spaces so that you never miss out on the terror. Also, if you like this video, make sure to leave a comment and hit the like button. It helps the channel a lot. If you're new to the channel and you enjoy what's here, consider hitting that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you never miss an upload. Writing is a dream of mine, and it's all of you that make that dream come true.